Let me just move out of shot so that our video journalist Tulo can be able to show you police officers that have assembled here on this freeway. This freeway is the one that the protesters want to block. They have been here since from the morning, and they told us that, as you have heard the lady speaking Sisutu saying that they are not going anywhere. They will be here up until their issues are resolved. She did mention that their ward councillor Thembekile is nowhere to be found, saying that they have been trying by all means to engage with him, calling him, but unfortunately he is nowhere to be found. Going back to your question, Mkhototo, the reason why City Power decided to disconnect electricity in this Tshepisong area, it's because you would remember that last week, City Power, along with some of the City of Johannesburg officials, including the acting mayor, they were disconnecting electricity in some of the business units and residential areas in town because they want to recoup millions of rands being owed to them. So they have decided to come to this area to also disconnect businesses and residential areas that are not paying electricity. That is the bone of contention, Thembekile Mkhototo, here, because now community members are not taking that lightly. They are saying that it's cold now, it's in the middle of winter, it's cold, it's dark here, saying that they want electricity. So they decided to blockade the roads, and the police reacted by firing rubber bullets, as you have mentioned in your introduction. And now the problem is that the members of the community are not getting anywhere. They are not moving. They are still here in this area, as you have heard by the community member, that it's becoming more darker here. So we just want to see what is going to happen, because more and more police officials are gathering here, members of the Johannesburg Metropolis Department officials, and then the members of the South African Police Service. Those are coming from the POP, the Public Order Policing Unit of the South African Police Service. This has been a concern for the power utility and the City Power, because the challenge is that you remember, Thembekile, I think it was last year when Eskom was recording from KNR 1 to KNR 2. Right. There were issues because Amanda Qiti, who speaks for Eskom in Gauteng, did mention that they have a problem of those who are not paying for electricity. So now, Thembekile, we are monitoring the situation, and the police officers are gathering, are having a meeting. I think they are trying by all means to sort out this situation. Thembekile.
And Calvin, just two more before we let you go. Firstly, I see what appears to be free-flowing traffic. I'm bringing that up because earlier police had complained that the protesters were pelting passing vehicles with rocks, etc. Is movement of people who are not part of this demonstration still being restricted in any way? And B, do we expect that City Power will have any presence in Tshepisong tonight, or are they going to stay away, in line with what they've said earlier, where a team of technicians, I believe, was threatened and even abducted on their previous visit?
Thembekile, as you can see, that the traffic is actually flowing, but it is flowing on the freeway, but on the other side, Thembekile, it's not flowing. And to answer your question, your second question, I don't think that City Power will be able to come and assist this furious residents, because on our way to this area, we spoke to Isaac Mangena, who speaks for City Power. He did mention that their officers will not come here now because of the volatility of the situation, but we will try to engage with City Power, Thembekile, and try and find out as to when can they be able to come and assist these community members.
Calvin Dludla, for us in Tshepisong, a live situation that we're watching now, things have quietened somewhat, but at least one community member telling the SABC News team that they will continue with their demonstrations until electricity supply has been reconnected there. So we will go back to Calvin throughout the evening here on The Full View. So do stay with SABC News as we continue to keep watch over what's happening in Tshepisong.